There are very few people in the world today who haven't experienced a weight problem and haven't tried to solve that problem with a diet. I'm sure by now you've come to realize that diets don't work, at least not for very long. Sooner or later, the fat is back even more than when you began. We all start out with that feeling of hopelessness when we realize we're getting fat. We've seen it happen to others. How they diet, how they follow up with workouts at the gym. They lose some weight for a while, but soon you notice they're heading right back to where they were to eventually end up even fatter than they were before. You begin to wonder, how will I ever lose this weight? To make this diet work, I'll have to starve myself for weeks. But then, what's to stop all the weight returning, which is what seems to happen to most people after a diet? What will concern you even more is to learn that till 50 years ago, people didn't diet at all, and they didn't have weight problems. It wasn't normal to diet, and it wasn't normal to get fat. Diets and weight problems are a late 20th century concept. Weight problems are a valid concern as they highlight why diets don't work, yet we continue to use them. The book The Food Industry Exposed is not a diet. It's nothing like a diet. It's the first book ever that will give you the whole truth about why you have a weight problem, what is the cause, and who's behind it. Secretly pulling the strings. This valuable, life-changing information will save you and your children from a lifetime of diets and dieting. Remember, this is information never told before. It'll focus on how to treat the cause of your weight problem instead of offering a futile diet that deep down you already know won't work. The Food Industry Exposed won't include new angles to pseudoscience theories. It won't tell you about some new banana or strawberry diet, or some new magic apparatus that'll speed up your weight loss. You'll learn a simple common sense story that'll explain exactly when we all began to get fat, what happened to cause us to get fat, and finally, who is responsible for our obesity epidemic and the fast approaching epidemic of diabetes type 2. You'll learn why you cannot treat your weight problems with a diet without ultimately becoming fatter than you were before. The truth is, the more you diet, the fatter you get. When you read the book, The Food Industry Exposed, you will understand why. I guarantee you'll never want to diet again. You'll learn to treat the cause of your weight problems instead. This presentation contains images that were used under a Creative Commons license. Click the link to see the full list of images and attributions.